All right. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Rob Hollow Avarice back again with some gaming goodness. Today we are here to check out the Future Games Showcase as part of the Summer Games Fest and the Xbox Showcase, which both were earlier tonight, but I didn't just get home till a little bit, so we're reacting to it now. You got a problem with that? Good. Without further ado, we're gonna... Nope. That's the one. Hop right in and do this. Here we go. I haven't looked at my phone in the past, 8-9 hours. But we're good. Alright, we're gonna start with the Future Games Showcase, which I think was last night. Cool.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hey!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's Debonair Dungeon Master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my ability.
And off succeeds.
But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is
Terrifying.
fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the house.
Alright, here we go. World premiere. Where's my pen? How about Frigate Gemini.
Pull up NavTech.
Sick. Got it.
Alright.
We're gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Do this. Get them out alive. We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right? Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Alright.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
Owlcat and Alcon Interactive. Not recognizing the IP.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival. Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
Cool.
They never look up.
Gamers never look up, boy.
Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Hold on, I'm coming. I'll cover you.
Is this an extraction shooter? I don't know what this is.
The bird up high shall
Liking the tech.
What the hell happened here? Hey, buddy.
Ugh. Oh, The Expanse. I still have never watched The Expanse. But we're getting an Expanse game?
Glad you're still breathing.
So it looks like this is all pre-alpha. Wish list for PC, PlayStation, Xbox.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal
Cool.
Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
I used to swear by my father's oath to protect the wards is to protect our people, and if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
Okay.
And now,
Rainbow Bridge up here.
what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother, and I will kill the people who took him from me.
Hey, good sir. How you doing today, my bud? Telekinesis. Brutal. We're just reacting to some of the gaming news that's been going on the past few days.
Rin, take my hand. Rin!
I hear not the clamor of conquerors. The pestilence must be purged.
Cool.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail,
Nah, it's all good, bro.
it may spell
Whenever you stop by is always a good day. And we've talked about your multiple jobs. I know you're always busy. Echoes of the End coming this summer. All right, that one actually. Oh, it's Deep Silver.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
I'm doing good. Little tired. Things have been a little all over the map. Family craziness. Work's been good though, and gaming's been good. What about you? How's everything been going? All right. Is it Silent Hill F? We saw the trailer for it. No, this is first person, and that wasn't. I don't know. Is it? This is creepy. Blair Witch, Outlast. You wake up in a forest with no memory. And no map. Just a flashlight to light your steps. With the feeling you are always watched. The whispers are all around you. Try to remember. And find your way home. Whispers in the fog. Steam
An
game.
isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open world action RPG.
Doing
based on the
good. Same over here. Nice.
Let's check it out.
I'm glad. Oh, we saw this 2 days ago during the PlayStation show. Alright, 7 Deadly Sins. Oh no, we saw this during Summer Games Fest. Yeah. This game had so much promise, was so on lock, but the writing was horrible in the second half, and the animation in the anime crap the bed. After season 2. Escanor! The only character I care about? I kind of like King.
The 7 Deadly Sins Origin is coming
saw a
soon
bunch
to
of that,
PC
yeah.
and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
They're up to season 7 already? I don't care about this.
This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions, teamwork under fire, and
Launches
Whatever.
on June 12th. And with Twitch channel, you can earn a...
For 15 consecutive
Whatever.
Just join.
It's time to move on and talk about Herdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
Herdling. I have too many online games as it is. I'm a man who prefers a single player experience. And as it stands, I have Fortnite and Marvel Rivals, and then big expansive games like Genshin. And I know I need to get back into ZZZ. So too many online games. Don't need finals. Don't need another one. Giant bird. It gives Journey, it's giving demo this summer. Or coming this summer, demo out now.
Herdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is...
I could see that being one of the games that I do during my 25 days of Gamesmas.
This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Cool. Cool. Ooh, ooh. Okay, it's Bloomhouse. We know Bloomhouse started last year with their unveiling of games that do delve into the more horror side of things.
you're not ignoring me now, dear, are you? This is all
Trippy.
perfectly natural.
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Must not sleep.
Give me your idea.
Oh, it's creepy.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Eric Solm, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh,
That sounds cool.
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so.
Alright, you watch this one. I'll be right back.
Before he does.
Ericsson.
Ericsson is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in this setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world, because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River End Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Games Store, and we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
Alright. Sorry about that. I like isometric stealth. Basically a puzzle game. And these animations look really good. Also enjoying the music. Stolen Dream. July 15th? Just over a month?
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
The Explorator? I like the animation style, like the rendering on everything. It's like a living motion comic, or a living, like, it just pops. The cell shading. That old dinosaur? Yeah! I wasn't expecting that kind of combat. Cute. I'm mildly interested. The animation style is getting me there.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Relevant to my interests.
Yeah, thanks, bud. And maybe I'll be playing a bunch of these, so we'll see. Ooh, I like the painty style. Oh yeah. Night, bud. I just want to... Was that a little candle boy standing on a stack of books with a cloak way too big for him? This is giving Celeste, Owlboy... Yep, on board. November 24th on Steam.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help.
2006. God, I was in high school. God, I was in high school.
Whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest I. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest II, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have
Bless my soul, Hook was on a roll, undefeated.
Nemesis, as you'll find out later.
The goddess of revenge.
Own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest II is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. The mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasies of just a tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill.
Cool.
This is our little innovation. don't believe in that form of...
Haven't played a Diablo game since Diablo 2.
We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course.
Okay.
So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already, and we're looking for a summer timeline for this, and then later.
All right.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys.
Hey man.
I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I...
Hey, Pete.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
Be over here.
All right. Follow up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
2020 puzzle adventure.
I have seen things that should be forgotten.
Oh,
I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and
Call of the Sea?
But the world is changing.
No.
Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world.
Oh, they did another game.
Or shocking secrets.
I think it's the same company that did Call of the Sea, though.
For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
Wait, I'm sorry. Call of the Elder Gods.
Yours truly is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles, so get it on your wish lists.
Call of the Sea. I was right. American Arcadia.
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll
Just
pull
coming
some
soon.
back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Yeah, that one is definitely a must-play for me because I really liked Call of the Sea.
Hard.
Red dice and muting this. All right. Ascendant. And that was it.
Welcome to Veil
Lost
of Forge,
Islands.
a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
No memories.
After a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is a madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis
I'm
on
seeing
speed
that.
and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
Burn!
I kind of like the look of some of this.
Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on trial mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam, and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
Popocom. Cute looking party game. Co-op puzzle platformer. What is this? Yeah. I think co-op puzzle platformer was right on the money. Popocom.
Can anyone hear me? Dispatch to Unit 1. There is an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy. Supply line ready.
Break that door open.
It's a co-op firefighting.
Firefighting simulator.
Okay. Now remember, folks, you can find all those games as well as every game.
It's revealed.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
Okay.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom. Such they say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should
Love it.
for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave
Love the modernizing aspect of fantasy.
is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediately.
Strike.
Inspector, here with their cushy job and their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
But what is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil.
I like the funny, I like the humor. I like a good point-and-click adventure.
We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the court. Wish list the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
For Steam.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
弾が尽きるまでが愛よ。もしもし、うん。はい。
She's got a Ramoon soda? A heart-shaped crosshair. Movement shooter and base builder. Amelie de Rocheblav, yeah. Yuna. Oh, WTF is Waifu Tactical Force? Yeah. No, thank you. Weird.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into
Platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look.
We saw Hirogami during the PlayStation showcase. Yeah. I liked the look of it. It was giving Tunic, but I love the paper craft style. Cool. All right. Yeah. Looks like a fun power platformer. Do you have to like beat Origami to gain their forms? I also like the paper plane is clearly a power. Hirogami, September 3rd.
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
Never cared about Eve.
Next, Laura.
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends. And
But for now, let's keep it rolling with our Ones to Play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
so, if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
Alright.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero.
Very Resident Evil 1.
With fixed cameras and immersive
Yeah.
pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak.
Oh, is it Silent Hill then?
And tango with monsters to make it out alive.
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your names in the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure. That was our ones to play
Okay,
montage.
some
You
cute
can follow
ones.
up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
This is Ahoy is a work in progress. Ahoy.
Every voyage begins with a plan.
Capstan. I like how much we're seeing of Unreal.
Etched on parchment, foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back.
Okay.
And the legend we become.
I'm enjoying the music.
But never at our final destination. So we chart our next course.
Alright, I'm skipping a bit. Ahoy!
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
Alright, we'll check out the Kickstarter for Ahoy. See what kind of game it is before I make any promises one way or the other.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the
And hello to our
is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
that's what I meant. Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year. You can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate
very over the top.
voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
Or how about Animal Kind?
Yeah, this showcase isn't really doing it for me. I mean, we're only halfway in.
Crew of adorable critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial community page.
I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast.
Okay, this is the first one of these four that I like.
Your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
Okay.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's
Where
time
did
for
you
another
learn to
on Scum,
speak
the survival
montage?
shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Yep, we did see a little bit of this the other day. This was not for me. But I'm gonna splash some water in my face because it's whatever. I don't mind missing this one because I'm not scum. All right, am scum, so I don't need to see scum. I don't know.
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Deathground.
Scum, whatever. Deathground. Now this.
Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive these dinosaur-infested abandoned facilities. Could you survive? Hi.
Me personally, no.
Indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So
yes.
Velociraptors, which are much smaller. They measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them. It's been a huge challenge because... How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer? Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with.
The Compy!
One culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you...
The horrifying opening of Jurassic Park 2.
...for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background. And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Cool.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know,
I mean...
science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for roar news on that front.
I am
Boo.
refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we?
Oh, is this,
Tell us more about the studio's new weird action adventure
Hell
game,
Is Us?
Hell Is Us.
What happened here?
Madness, hatred, and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Villatet, and
I've been looking forward to.
Art director on Hell Is Us here at World Factory. So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell Is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening between Remy. He was born there. He was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are
What
given
is
to you on
that?
a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing. And
The old Zelda games were crazy like that. Hey, here's the sword. Good luck.
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments, and she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that, if I go, and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's, maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well.
So you kind of get,
almost
yeah.
3 hours. Sometimes it works better than others. No game is absolutely perfect.
I think Follow the Wind Chimes is a lot more of a concrete clue than I think they went behind those monuments back there and curved around a little bit. I don't know.
Official AAF business. Of course, we can't talk about Hell Is Us without talking about our monsters. And the
Yes.
enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, So we have grief,
Yeah.
ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. So it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things, and they ended up looking like this,
I love their movement.
So you'll be able to play Hell Is Us on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
Wishlist it now because Hell Is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right. I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's
It's
an
my
action
third
adventure
day
set in a
back at work.
gorgeous
Socks, yeah, second, third, fourth.
Stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show where I belong.
Yes, Samantha.
Fantastic job. Like I said to the producers, when I was
I've been watching her in a lot of D&D games that group has been playing. She's so much fun.
So yeah, New Tales reached out and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me. They're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool.
Hey.
Want to join me in the game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Dora will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you, but only if you're D&D
I watched.
because
Yeah.
our party could really use a barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy.
The thing I know Jasmine Villar from is she DM'd a Dracula-themed campaign where everyone was playing as vampires serving Dracula against like monster hunters back in like 2021. What? All right. Ooh. Okay, I'm liking this. You turn into a water ball and skate around. All right. Ooh, that's a pretty environment. Fading Echo. Yeah, that one is a definite get for
That's
me.
right. We're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlek herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bhullar in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got
2026.
another back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace.
Does this say 2.5 three-dimensional or 2.5D? Yeah.
The demons above.
Looking very Octopath, looking very Animutation.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Sheo, all things are possible.
Time moves when you do.
If you learn the true purpose of the bishops, listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason. Damn, I love the church.
Sacrifier. More stages to beat. Skip ahead a bit. Okay. Cool looking little action adventure. Sim. I'm liking the monster design. I'm liking the music. It's catchy. It's upbeat. I like the frenetic energy of these battles. Cool monster design with that one. Linked. Banner of the Spark. Joe and Mac. I played Joe and Mac. And that one looked familiar with the monkey. Uncensored. Alright, very retro, we get it.
We're back. The future.
Next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020.
Deep space mission to save humanity.
Yes, this one is coming out October 2nd, I think.
Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
I already have it wish listed.
We are going to do this.
It's Supermassive, right?
Not until you move from the scanner. Those things can change shape.
What? What?
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
I'm seeing a lot of people versus people. Oh, that's not a people. Never mind.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable. We need urgent assistance.
It's giving very, Aquila Rift. If you know, you know.
Went differently. Hey, I'm Will Doyle, creative director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple...
Cool.
You'll be able to
make it easier to get those platinums.
Taken in the game, and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With Turning Points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out.
Yes!
Token your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points
awesome.
Are available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Dark. Hold on, I gotta quickly. The Dark Pictures outfit pack, ready? So it's Man of Medan, The Quarry, or Until Dawn. I'm not sure. I think that's The Quarry. And House of Ashes. Okay. Set to.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branch.
Yes.
It's coming to PC.
I also really liked The Quarry.
Xbox in 2025, and if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator.
We saw this last year. We saw it again during the PlayStation 1.
Here's the game maker to tell you more.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic. You'll need to carefully manage your balance and stamina.
Okay.
Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls.
What is that, little boy?
Use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system...
Implanting a pylon, a stake.
That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other...
Oh, that's cool.
It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year.
Awesome. Well, we saw it during the PlayStation, yeah.
Demo available on PC and PS5.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year, and you can also check out a free demo.
Did we get a date during the PlayStation show?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games.
November 5th. Flesh remade, flesh reborn. This is also giving very old school Resident Evil. Yeah, this is Resident Evil as hell. I mean, even her outfit is very Jill Valentine. But the pre-rendered, camera-locked backgrounds, finding codes, finding weapons. That body yada yada. What? Never mind. That's very different than Jill. Ground Zero. Oh no! Oh no! Lepidor. A sea urchin sea snail. Dun, dun. It's very classic action RPG style. Well, I'm seeing a wide variety of weapons and skills, though, I will say, and enemy types. Hark the Ghoul. I would never hark a ghoul. I have too much self-respect.
Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look at a game called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
How are we doing? Oh man, still got another 25 minutes. And then the Xbox showcase. It's giving Moss, it's giving Aramello, it's giving... Oh, they have little gliders! Oh! Cute. This seems like a very intense platformer. Puzzle aspects. Mini games. Moose. Hella. That looks hella cool.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
What is soon? How soon is soon?
At Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
Okay.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see? What you hear?
I mean, right away I'm getting PT vibes, but then it goes beyond.
To see fake. Like a trick.
This is a story about hope, dreams, secrets, love, fears, loss, regrets, ghosts, lies, hell, death. Some of these topics are very intense. Ludo.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it? Don't do it.
Okay, July 22nd.
Get you again.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Okay.
Hello,
World premiere.
I'm excited to be part of
Shuhei Yoshida. He was on Easy Allies. He was reacting on the Easy Allies podcast recently.
that I have a bit more time to play them these days.
With from Sony.
You know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title.
He carries Ultraman in the back.
If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
All right, Mr. Yoshida. Good. and Dreams. And Dreams Elevation. So this was all made using the Dream toolkit. And go ahead and mute this, actually, whatever. All right. Ripping off this thing's spine to be your weapon. Bow and arrow. Pistols. Chakram. Okay. Double set of light blader. Lightsaber. No. Okay, it's just a thing. I'm liking the aesthetic. The very Isu from Assassin's Creed design. Good. It's changed up that in a good way. Make the leap! $2025 VR.
Reach is an ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR, Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Okay, Matt.
If it wasn't that, I would have liked it.
His favorite depressed and recently divorced Duck.
Oh, yes. Could only be
Duck
Detective.
He may have cracked the mystery of
I was about to joke about Duck Detective, the character from Gravity Falls.
I'm used to the cold.
We're getting a Duck Detective game?
And this vacation won't be the end of me.
Wah.
Hi, I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny. We're Happy Broccoli Games based in Berlin, Germany.
Our newest game is Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping, where you are the one and only Duck Detective, a depressed and recently divorced duck who must quack the case.
Inspect evidence, make deductions, and solve this no-murder mystery.
To the annoyance of the Duck Detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving crime, Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a
Duck Detective famously got shot by his twin brother.
The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The ghost of glamping!
Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping has already waddled its way onto PC and consoles, so go check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had
I'll check it out.
premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Get on your dancing shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
Ratatan? Ratata Arts. Da dun 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 da da dun dun da. Bird. Catapon. Rhythm fuels your fight. So it's an adorable rhythm fighter. Alright. Looks like a pretty in-depth system. You can upgrade all your little Ratatans. Cute designs. And again, the music's kind of adorable. Ghost Boat, Thunder Dragon. Ice Portal. God Clown. July 25th, early access.
Ratatan is coming to Steam early access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Mm-hmm. Hercule Poirot. Hercule Poirot. Disco Hercule? Death on the Nile.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meeting?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day, but I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. You got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case.
2 detectives, 2 investigations.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one.
Cool. Every detail matters.
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question.
I never read Death on the Nile. September.
Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this.
That one interests me.
But let's just say you're gonna flip.
Dracula. Flip. Castlevania. Upside down. No. Ceiling Cat. Dracula's pointing up. Go back. Dracula's pointing up. House Flipper 2. Scooby 2. Okay.
Zoinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia: The Old Country. Here's all the gory
Ooh,
details.
more on Mafia. I said this is the week where I'm going to begin playing Mafia Definitive Edition, so I'm intrigued by this.
Mafia: The Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900s Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia: The Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster.
We did see a new trailer of this at Game Fest.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Torrisi crime family, and then this game really, this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia: The Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia's always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
I get that.
To capture incredible.
I really loved the gameplay look that we got of that too. The performances are obviously going to be the highlight. The story is obviously going to be the highlight.
We've got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Ugh. Is this him being sworn in?
All of the men in this room are bound by blood.
I'm recognizing some of the actors.
Family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life.
Mm-hmm.
A brotherhood. You're here because of your deeds. And the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
Yep.
It is binding.
The oath.
It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself?
If you say no, you do die, though, so be prepared for that.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I thought they were going to have to shoot him in the back of the head. He says, yes, I do. He just hears a gun uncock, and he's like, right call.
Before the eyes of all here present, join me.
The lip? That's what you chose? The lip is what you chose to cut?
To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Wow. Cool.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto.
Salud.
Salud.
Again, nothing we haven't seen, just a longer version of what we've seen.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark.
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day,
Past, present, future?
Edge, and the Aztec
Ooh.
civilization, all at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types,
Cool.
and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risk a role with such a difficult project? Because they wanted to play a
Yeah.
game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit
Oh, that's how it works? That's cool. So you switch with the cowards to manipulate not only the timelines, but the enemies with your weapons and combos.
I got a little mini me. Look, wash up, wash up.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right.
Cool.
But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow
Awesome.
Standard of the Spark on Steam.
Yeah, no, this seems neat.
Your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Do we have a date? Do we? No? Okay.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right.
Just
What have you got
soon.
for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Creasol Theater of Idols. This is a
We
first
have
person
seen
shooter
this.
for fans of BioShock and Resident
We have
Evil.
heard about
You fight
Creasol.
creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
Almighty Son, guide my path
Right?
in this hour of darkness.
It sounds so familiar. Have we not seen this?
As the shadows of the abyss close in.
No, I guess not. I could swear we've heard the term Creasol.
Let your sacred light banish them.
Ugh.
I am to fall. Let my flesh
I don't know, maybe I was thinking of, there's another one, like a Clockwork Steampunk game.
may ascend to you.
Are the bullet shells filled with blood and the needles shoot out as you pull it in and you gotta stab it? Oh, horrifying.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Creasol.
No, I guess I've never heard of this.
Holy moly, that looks good.
You're telling me. Creasol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well, how do you want to do this?
Ah, Critical Role
We're
reference.
getting to that. Cool. And so the folks at home will be.
Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen.
No clue.
honored
No idea.
to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us.
Verpoint, Verdant, I don't know.
So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today.
Okay.
Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
Creepy. I hate it. Really messed up imagery. Do I know? Ritual Tides. No clue what this is.
No. Hold on. I've got something to show you.
Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
August of the Future Game Show. Okay. I don't think they ended on their strongest foot. I think it would have been better to end on Mafia, end on Tenet, end on Crisol.
Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next few. We've reached the very end of this year's summer showcase.
Don't go anywhere though because FGA for deep dives and world premieres.
All right, not bad. A solid summer showcase. Some big gets there. Every black dot is something that I am interested in. Echo of the End was really cool. You know what? I'll actually keep this open. Mute it. This I liked the look of, Echo of the End. And it's coming out soon. I like the combat, I like the telekinesis vibes to it. Hurdling looked cute. Navigating and herding, it looked like a good, quick game. Ericsson, good isometric stealth puzzle game. Explorator, I only liked because of the look. I want to see more of the actual gameplay, but the look of it's adorable. We know it's in early access PC. Constance looked like a fun platformer, a fun Metroidvania platformer. I mean, look at that. That's so Hollow Knight coded, so coded to so many things. I'm very glad that I called this one Call of the Elder Gods, because Call of the Sea got weird. If you want to go check out my reactions to that back in December and January, I did it for as one of my games for the 25 Days of Games Miss. But I liked it so much I did another stream where I finished the game. The Call of the Elder Gods. And that one had that Eldritch Horror too, and it was creepy, and I really liked it. Out of the Blues, a fun studio. The next one that blew me away was something we had seen before. Hiragami. The puzzle folding adventure seems really cool. It screams like I'm seeing inspiration from so many different games, and I really like it. I think they all kind of vibe and blend together, and the character designs look great for Hiro and all his shapeshifted forms. So this is September. Don't Wake the Beast. Where's that? Right here. Don't Wake the Beast looks like a very cute little Binding of Isaac-esque almost color game. Worship seems neat. This one, the Cult Simulator. The next thing that piqued my interest, Hell Is Us. The designs are incredibly cool and creepy. Fading Echo. I don't know if I got a date on this one. I like the character design. I obviously like a lot of the voice talent. Here we go. Fading Echo. Coming soon, Whistle Now. Okay, now. Next up came this one, Sacrifier. Q1 2026. Directive 8020 I already have pre-ordered. Looks very cool. And I love this, Because I played through the quarry 4 times to get all the achievements. Same with Until Dawn. I think I did for the Man of Medan, House of Ashes, and the third one. Little Hope. But wasn't there also one with the on the island? I gotta look it up, otherwise it's gonna drive me nuts. Supermassive Games. The Devil in Me. That was it. So we did Quarry, we did House of Ashes, we did Little Hope, we did Man of Medan, and we did Until Dawn. I've also done Little Nightmares. I've yet to do Little Nightmares 2, but I played the demo at Comic-Con for Little Nightmares 3. So they have a lot of great talent here. Karen looks fine. Ground Zero looks fine. Hella, I think I liked the look of. Mouse Exploration. Rataton. Duck Detective is out now. That was the Shadow Drop. Mafia Old Country, Tentative Spark, and Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile. So overall, good show. I'm going to end the recording here, but I'm going to be back to record the Xbox Game Showcase in just a minute. So tell me what you thought. What was your highlight of that? All right, I'll be right back. Have a good one. Peace.